friends, welcome back. I am glad you're here. My name is Lynette, if you're new. I am a mom of four. We live in Sarasota, Florida, and right now, as of today, it's actually quite chilly. You might not think that of Florida in November, but we had feel like temps of low 30s or even under 30 this morning. So yeah, I'm staying inside quite a bit, but I'm enjoying the cozy sweater weather. We're not complaining. I am excited for today's video. It's something that I have not done in a very long time. Back when I first started my channel, I think almost 9 years ago actually, I filmed a lot more cleaning style content and I kind of got burnt out of it, and quite frankly, I didn't clean my whole house at once for like a routine basis, and so I kind of got away from that. Plus, I love doing other style content. Today was actually a bit of a risk because I don't know how many of you will actually even enjoy it or even click on this video to watch it. But I'm hoping you do enjoy it and you find it motivating. But I decorated my house for Christmas, at least mostly. I wasn't quite done yet in this video, but I felt like, you know how that is after you do a bunch of decorating, that stuff is just like dirty and there's like crumbs here and there, and you just need to like do a whole reset and like clean everything. And so I did. And I thought, well, I'm gonna film it because when do I ever clean my whole house at once? Very seldom ever. So I took advantage of that and filmed it. So I hope you enjoy it. I will continue to chatter your ear off as I'm cleaning, and I hope you enjoy it and I hope you find it motivating, and share it with your friends if you do. So as I was saying earlier about not cleaning my whole house at once, I used to back when I first got married. That was very normal. Even back when I first was starting on YouTube, I just had the two boys at home. I would clean, my house every week because that's a normal thing for Amish and Mennonites to do, I feel like. And then life got busy and we had more kids, and I don't know, it just never seemed to quite happen. Plus, I'm running a business from home, essentially, my YouTube channel here, and a whole lot of other stuff comes into play. I had some side stuff going on, and eventually it just kind of morphed into I clean on an as needed basis. And then, sometimes corners will get missed, and you know how that goes. It works, and I kind of had to just adapt to it. And sometimes, I'd clean a good portion of the house, or if company's coming, I'd, do more of it. It wasn't anything consistent, in other words. And that's okay. I wanted to encourage you, if you're in that season as well, it's okay. Just do the best you can. And if it means cleaning a little bit every day, do it. I know some of you maybe didn't grow up even being taught how to clean, and I'm not necessarily one to tell you how, but I know there's plenty of other channels who do that and give you good tips and all of that. But for me, having a clean house is essential to my sanity, I suppose. I don't do well with a lot of clutter and, chaos, so I do tend to wipe things up and clean kind of as I go. Not let it build up to the point where it's way too overwhelming, in other words. But I had something that I was implementing this last year, was the Confident Mom Planner, and I'm not a planner person, but I decided to give it a try earlier in the year, and I enjoyed it while I was doing it, and I would still highly recommend it, especially if you enjoy planners. A lot of other people enjoy it too. If you're a list person, you like checking things off, I would recommend it. She breaks it down into daily things. Then maybe there's some things that get done on a 3-month basis or a month basis. It just kind of depends. She thinks of things that are not maybe at the forefront of your memory. You can check off the boxes, and there's a little bit to do every day. It did get me in routines of, for instance, washing my sheets every Monday. Usually she's focusing on the master bedroom. I love the fact that if you only have time for a little bit, this reminds you of those corners that you might forget. I will leave a link in the description box if you would like to try it out. Kind of fell off the bandwagon this summer when we went to Ohio to our Airbnb to work on it. And then I never kind of got back into it. And now, after I did this whole clean that I'm doing today, I kind of realized just how much I missed having the whole house cleaned at once. And I started thinking like maybe I am in a season where this is something that I can implement again. I've been trying to slow down in a lot of areas, and I feel like maybe I can keep doing this more routinely. And so I've done it 2 weeks in a row, and I'm hoping to do it again this week. However it works for you is the main thing, and just go day by day. So that's my little spiel with the whole cleaning thing. I'm gonna go ahead and link the vacuum that I'm using. It is a Shark Rocket, I think, Pet Pro. I'm not exactly sure on the model number because I used to have one very similar to this, and so I don't remember this model number, but I will go ahead and link it. I love Shark. They're so good on suction. I also use a lot of like e-cloths, and I also love using the Blue Land cleaner. I'm not like a strict only one type of cleaner person, but I have been trying to use non-toxic cleaner and cleaner things, you know, to be able to clean my home with. And so I've loved Blue Land's products. They're not sponsoring today's video, but it is something that I love. I love using their toilet bowl cleaners, and I have their multi-purpose in their bathroom cleaner. You just use little sort of like dishwasher pods in a sense, but they're like an effervescent tablet you put in warm water. And so all you're doing is buying the pods or the tablets, and then you fill up your bottle with water, and you're not going through a whole bunch of bottles and being wasteful and all sorts of stuff like that. And they do a really good job. I love it. And then, yeah, the tablets I'll show in a little bit. You just throw them into the toilet and it does its thing, and you clean it and you're on your way. So, and you don't have to worry about the harmful chemicals. There's a lot of those things in a lot of cleaning products that you might not be familiar with. So just a little plug. I'll try to put information on that stuff down below too. Just trying to maybe think of some things that you might have questions about. I'll try to do my best to put it down below. For a reason. It is one of the two last things we need to do in our house, and We had thought we'd be redoing it this year, but then we bought the Airbnb in Ohio. So it's on the back burner for a while. Let's just say this shower is not my favorite. It is a nice size, I'm not complaining about that, but the grout, someone had tried to go over it with something, and like it's constantly like chipping stuff up. There's like, you know, that blacky, brownish type stuff where like the silicone is sitting. There's just, it's not very well done at all. And so once we ever get around to demoing the bathroom and redoing it, I cannot wait to do a whole new shower, but it's not happening right now, which is okay. I am actually okay with not being in the middle of a renovation or something like that. So yeah, I just try to clean it when I can, but it definitely is not the most exciting thing to clean, let me tell you. So to all my US friends, happy Thanksgiving. We are planning to go to South Carolina to be with my family over Wednesday to Sunday or something like that. We're going to my sister's place, and I am excited for that. We're going to be all together, and my aunt, uncle, and grandma are going to be joining us, I think, the day after Thanksgiving for the rest of the weekend. And so yeah, we'll spend some time there, hopefully eat some really good food. I'm prepping some things myself to try and take along. I think I'm going to be in charge of the mashed potatoes and date pudding. I'm taking some snacks along, just some things like that to kind of help out. And then, yeah, it'll just be a joint effort. But Erica's always the best host, and they do amazing with food and grilling and all of that. I think mom and dad are bringing the turkeys, and we're going to do it deep fried style turkey. And yeah, I'm excited. I know sometimes Thanksgiving looks different for us here in Florida because we've ended up staying here quite a number of years since we've lived here. And can you guys believe that it's going to be 7 years in December? I cannot. We moved down Christmas, actually we drove down Christmas Day 7 years ago almost. And it feels quite hard to believe it because we're almost at the halfway point of living here as long as we lived in Ohio in our married life, because we have been married for 14 years. And so that feels wild to me, but I am so grateful for all of the blessings. I'm grateful for our friends and family here in Florida, and I'm grateful for you all as viewers for hanging in there. YouTube could be a little interesting at times, algorithm wise, and I just kind of keep doing what I feel like doing, and I hope that you all enjoy being along for the ride. I just enjoy sharing bits and pieces of things, and I'm just grateful for you all, and I really want you all to know that. So yeah, I am looking to spending some extended time off of YouTube over Christmas. So in December and January, I'm going to be taking probably a month off or so, but never fear, I will be back. I am planning to just spend it, with family over the holidays and just give myself a little break longer than what I normally do. I feel like I really need it, and I am going to be doing that. So I will, have a couple more videos here for you. I plan to vlog our Thanksgiving weekend and another trip to Ohio that we're making the weekend after that. So I still have some good content coming, as well as a Christmas home tour. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, just thought I'd give you a little heads up. If you ever see me not post for a couple weeks, that's where I'll be. Nothing's wrong. I'm just spending some time with my family and recharging a bit, which is something I'm very excited for. So I usually use the O-Cedar mop and a mop bucket. I have the newer version. I've had it since we moved into this house, but I don't really like this style bucket. I don't know what it is. I think the head is smaller and the compartment doesn't last as long. Now, what it's supposed to do is that it separates your dirty water from your clean water, which is good in theory. I just feel like it's not, I don't love it quite as much as I do the original style of O-Cedar mop, but that's what I'm using, and I just use the Rosy floor cleaner. I don't use a specific type. I usually just use some type of all-purpose on my floors. They're LVP, so luxury vinyl plank, and they can handle, water, and they're very durable. So I don't usually stress too much about the cleaner. I just use an all-purpose, and this is also a non-toxic version. I get it off of Thrive Market usually. So that's what I often do for my floors. Sometimes I'll use my e-cloth mop that I have, and that one works if you're like wanting to do something just quicker. It's more just like you wring out your head and you stick it on the bottom and you mop away. So maybe not quite as labor intensive with getting a whole bucket and everything out. But I like the O-Cedar mop because it does such a good job and gets into your corners and it gets things clean.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne. And here's a hand, my trusty friend, and here's a hand of thine. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old.
Okay, I was nearing the end of my cleaning and I was waiting for this coffee. So I made myself a iced latte.
For old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
I also needed to go outside and clean some windows, and So I did that. Take you outside with me and you can look around. I kind of forgot to do the ones inside on the back, like by our pool area. I think I did our double doors and everything inside and out. But I forgot to do our windows. So needless to say, it was a longer day and I was very weary once I was done, but it felt so good to have it all done. Alright, I'm all done for today. Still have some laundry to do and dishwasher, but I think I got the whole house cleaned as good as it's gonna get. The girls are over here playing with the nativity set. I think this is gonna be what it's gonna look like the whole season because they're gonna be playing with it a lot. But very thankful to have gotten it done. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that it's not something I, film a whole lot, but I love variety myself, and that is one way to keep a content creator from feeling the whole burnout mode, if you will. It helps at least. And so I enjoyed filming it for you. Just pray that you will have a blessed week. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.